Tales of Adventure, The Lost City of Zanar.
Welcome to Tales of Adventure, the podcast that brings you thrilling stories of exploration, courage, and the mysteries of the world. I'm your host, Alice, and today, we're embarking on an incredible journey to uncover the secrets of the lost city of Zanar. So, sit back, relax, and let your imagination run wild as we dive into this adventure.
Introduction to the story. Our story begins with a young archaeologist named Daniel. Ever since he was a child, Daniel had been fascinated by tales of ancient civilizations and hidden treasures. Growing up, he devoured every book he could find about legendary cities and lost empires. But there was one story that captured his imagination more than any other: the legend of the lost city of Zanar. Zanar was said to be a magnificent city, rich with gold and jewels, hidden deep within an uncharted jungle. According to legend, it was abandoned centuries ago and lost to time. Many explorers had tried to find it, but none had succeeded. Daniel was determined to be the first. After years of research and preparation, Daniel finally felt ready to embark on his quest. Armed with ancient maps, cryptic texts, and a heart full of determination, he set off for the dense jungles of South America. The journey begins. Daniel's journey began in a small village at the edge of the jungle. The locals were friendly but skeptical. They had heard stories of explorers like Daniel before, and they knew the dangers that awaited in the jungle. Despite their warnings, Daniel was undeterred. He hired a local guide named Miguel, who knew the jungle well and agreed to help Daniel navigate the treacherous terrain. Together, they set off, venturing into the unknown. The first few days were challenging but manageable. The jungle was thick with vegetation, and the humidity was oppressive. Daniel and Miguel trekked through dense undergrowth, crossed rivers teeming with crocodiles, and swatted away countless mosquitoes. But Daniel's excitement kept his spirits high. Each night, they camped under the stars, listening to the sounds of the jungle. Daniel couldn't help but feel a sense of awe at the beauty and mystery of the place. He knew they were getting closer to Zanar with each passing day. The first clues. On the 5th day of their journey, they came across the first significant clue. Hidden among the trees, they found an ancient stone pillar covered in moss and vines. Daniel's heart raced as he examined the carvings on the pillar. It was written in an ancient script he had studied for years. "This is it, Miguel," Daniel said, his voice trembling with excitement. "This pillar marks the boundary of Zanar's territory. We're on the right track." Encouraged by this discovery, they pressed on with renewed vigor. The jungle became even denser, and the terrain more challenging, but Daniel's determination never wavered. He knew they were getting closer. Over the next few days, they found more clues: crumbling stone pathways, fragments of pottery, and even an old bronze coin. Each discovery fueled Daniel's excitement and determination. The hidden temple. On the 10th day of their journey, they stumbled upon a hidden temple, partially buried under centuries of vegetation. The temple was made of stone, with intricate carvings depicting scenes of daily life in Zanar. Daniel could hardly believe his eyes. "This temple is incredible," Daniel said, his voice filled with awe. "It's a testament to the skill and artistry of the people of Zanar." They spent hours exploring the temple, carefully documenting their findings. Inside, they found a series of chambers, each more elaborate than the last. In the deepest chamber, they discovered a large stone tablet covered in ancient writing. Daniel spent hours deciphering the text. It told the story of Zanar's last days, of how the city had been abandoned due to a great drought and a series of devastating earthquakes. The tablet also contained a map, showing the location of Zanar's central plaza. "We're so close, Miguel," Daniel said, his eyes shining with excitement. "The central plaza is just a few days' journey from here." The final push. With the map to guide them, Daniel and Miguel continued their journey. The jungle became even more treacherous, with steep cliffs, raging rivers, and thick undergrowth. But nothing could deter Daniel. They followed the map, navigating through dense foliage and rocky terrain. On the 15th day of their journey, they reached a massive stone gate, partially covered in vines. Daniel's heart pounded in his chest as he realized they had finally found the entrance to Zanar. "This is it, Miguel," Daniel said, his voice filled with emotion. "We've found Zanar." They carefully pushed open the gate and stepped into the city. What lay before them took their breath away. Despite being abandoned for centuries, Zanar was remarkably well preserved. The buildings were made of stone, with intricate carvings and beautiful murals depicting scenes of everyday life. The Central Plaza. They made their way to the Central Plaza, the heart of Zanar. The plaza was a vast open space, surrounded by grand buildings and towering statues. In the center of the plaza stood a large pyramid, its steps leading up to a temple at the top. Daniel and Miguel climbed the steps of the pyramid, their excitement growing with each step. At the top, they entered the temple and found themselves in a grand hall filled with artifacts and treasures. Daniel was overwhelmed by the beauty and history of the place. He spent hours exploring the temple, documenting his findings, and marveling at the treasures around him. Miguel, too, was in awe of the city and its rich history. "This is incredible, Daniel," Miguel said. "Zanar is even more magnificent than the legends say." "I know," Daniel replied, his voice filled with wonder. "We've discovered something truly extraordinary." The secrets of Zanar. Over the next few days, Daniel and Miguel explored the city, uncovering its secrets and documenting their findings. They found evidence of a highly advanced civilization with complex engineering, beautiful art, and a deep connection to nature. They discovered that the people of Zanar had a rich culture with festivals, music, and a deep respect for their environment. They also found evidence of the city's decline, with signs of the drought and earthquakes that had forced the people to abandon their home. Daniel was particularly fascinated by the city's water system. He discovered an intricate network of canals and reservoirs designed to collect and distribute water throughout the city. It was a testament to the engineering skills of the people of Zanar. "This city is a treasure trove of knowledge," Daniel said. "We can learn so much from the people of Zanar." The return home. After spending several weeks in Zanar, Daniel and Miguel knew it was time to return home. They had documented their findings and collected enough evidence to prove the existence of the lost city of Zanar. With heavy hearts, they packed their belongings and prepared for the journey back. As they left the city, Daniel felt a deep sense of accomplishment and gratitude. He had fulfilled his lifelong dream and uncovered the secrets of Zanar. The journey back was just as challenging as the journey to Zanar, but Daniel and Miguel were buoyed by their success. They navigated the treacherous jungle with ease, their spirits high. When they finally returned to the village, they were greeted with excitement and curiosity. Daniel shared his findings with the villagers, showing them the artifacts and documents he had collected.